Hello, welcome back to our Morrowind playthrough. Today we're breaking into the Ministry of Truth to rescue Meiramilo. So we need to find the prison keep and avoid the guards as much as we can. So I'm going to be doing this using potions of invisibility and maybe even a little rising force to fly past a few of them. So see how far we can make it without getting attacked by these ordinators. This is kind of an area where they bring people of different religions to convert them back to the ways of Morrowind. So you don't really want to get locked up in here. Alright, so far so good. Have to be careful because every time we unlock a door we turn off our invisibility, so we have guards after us. See if we can maybe fly past them in this area. Now Meiramilo should be in the prison cell on the right, but I think there's a bit of an obstacle course here to get past, so we're going to try and use invisibility and rising force to try and escape the ordinators here. Don't have too much invisibility left, so hopefully this works pretty well. Alright, this should be the cell here. Oh, the guards know where we are now. Let's use our door jam to lock it. I don't think they'll come through, but just to be extra safe. I would prefer not to have any guards bust in while we're talking to Meiramilo. We don't need to get back out that way since we're using the scrolls anyway. So we're gonna give her a divine intervention scroll, and we're gonna use one ourselves to escape. That should take us to Ebonheart. Okay, so look for this woman at the docks of Ebonheart. Tell her I sent you. That you want to go fishing. She'll bring you to this place where you can get the lost prophecies from that guy, the leader of the dissident priests, and magic conceals the entrance. Okay, so the door to this place only opens at dawn and dusk.
With your attention, Outlander.
I think we're done here. I'm not sure why she hasn't transported away. Maybe she's waiting for us to go first. So I think we just need to get out of here now. We don't have a bounty, so if we use a scroll, we won't suddenly have some guards attacking us there. Oh, what am I doing? This is not how you use a scroll. You need to select it over here. Okay, there we go. So this should be Ebonheart. So if we manage to find the docks, we should be able to sail right to this place with the dissident priests. We just need to find our way down to the docks. Remember this place being a little confusing. We need to get downstairs. And there don't seem to be any stairs. That's the way back outside. What do you know? You don't seem to know anything.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
All the doors just lead back outside. Imperial
So what do you
Commission. That's just another stairway. There's plenty of ways up higher, but that's not where we're trying to go. Ah, this looks a little more promising.
Come on, I have...
Some lovely weather we're having in Ebonheart today. Alright, which way is the docks? Funny, these castles seem very out of place in Vardenfell. Something that would fit in much more in Cyrodiil.
Come on, I haven't got all day. Anytime. Well, is free. What do you want?
Alright, so we have two boats here. This one might actually be the main one. One of the smaller fishing boats. And we want to go fishing. Alright, so now we can go to this Zura's Coast region. Alright, what do you know? Okay. So go up the hill. The path is, or entrance is hidden, will only open at dawn and dusk. So we need to wait until like 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. I think. In order for the door to open. We gotta follow this lovely path of stones, which we seem to get stuck on. Of course, these stones, every so often, it's almost like they're a little too high and we have to jump to get over them. I think we want to go up this way. Oh, we fell down one. Come on, the stairs aren't supposed to be the hard part of this. Alright, so this is the entrance. We actually can't get through unless it's either 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. There we go. Suddenly it opens for us. I love those kind of puzzles. We really hadn't seen games do this too much, aside from, I think maybe Majora's Mask was the first game I saw with certain events triggering at certain times of the day, and you had to be in the right place at the right time. To be honest, that game came out not too far apart from this game. Year or two.
What do you want?
There's a chest with all the potions in it. Sure. Alright, so we gotta figure out who we're talking to
Speak, traveler.
learn these prophecies.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Okay, so Maramilo is in the library with Master Barrow. Barillo?
Go ahead.
Training, eh? Oh, acrobatics we need. We can't jump over anything, so I would like to raise that to like level 20. I will take a little sneak as well. It'd be kind of nice to raise both of those to about 20. We have the money to do it. The acrobatics, just so we stop getting stuck on like little rocks and hills that are impassable.
There is someone watching me. I can tell.
It's expensive, but we've been saving up, so we might as well do it.
Go ahead.
We don't actually use our sneaking too much. It's more the acrobatics that are important, but I will take the skills just so when we do level up, we'll have more of a bonus to those attributes. Maybe a little more agility and some speed. I'm just going to raise them to about 20. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's try and figure out what we're actually doing here. Unless someone else offers any bartering or training, we won't waste any more time. Enchanted items, but they're not really that great, to be honest.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
Everyone just basically wants to tell us to go to the library, talk to this guy. And this looks like said library.
Quickly, Outlander. I haven't much time.
What do you have to tell us? I think we're gonna save first. There we go. Just wanted to set up a nice save file in case anything crashes on us here. Alright, so he has reviewed the Apocrypha, and he has the missing books of the 7 Curses and the Lost Prophecy. So the books that were missing and lost to time, this guy actually has copies of. Alright, so we received the Lost Prophecies, the 7 Curses, and Kagernak's tools. So let's give them a quick read and see what we're working with here. Get a little bit of lore, I guess. Alright, from the Apocrypha of the Dissonant Priests, from the 7th sign of the 11th generation, neither hound nor gwar nor seed nor harrow, but dragonborn and far star marked, outlander incarnate beneath the red mountain, blessed guest. Alright, so these are the things. So, of ancient family, not of the 4 great Ashlander clans, born under foreign stars. Outlander incarnate appears as a formal... Okay. So, Dagoth is served by his 7 kin, once great wizard lords called Ash Vampires, now by the Ashlanders. So that was line 4 through 5, talking about the Outlander incarnate. Lines 6 through 7. Star-blessed suggests Azura, the Daedra Lord and patron of magic and fate and prophecy. Thrice cursed blade may refer to a weapon called keening. And certain legends with the Battle of Red Mountain, the Dwarmer craft lord Kagernak reap the harvest in reference to the proverb, the harvest from the seed you plant, which means you get what your labors deserve. Okay, both with a sense of reward and of punishment. Not too much information there. Okay. Oh. So through the doors of the unmourned house, where scoffer scoff, schemer scheme, in the halls of the oath-breaking house ring 7 curses. Curse of fire, ash, flesh, ghost, seed, despair, and dreams. So, lines 1 through 3 talk about the god-making house Dwemer of the treacherous diplomacy, Oathbreaker's treachery at Red Mountain. It may refer to oaths broken of peace between Nerevar and Dumak. Line 4, the Dwemer were mockers and profaners of the divine. The curses of fire and ash would come from Red Mountain, where Dagoth Ur rules. These were the earliest reported threats from Red Mountain. Curse of flesh suggests blight, disease, or corpus. Line 8 through 10, obscure, may refer to yet unrecognized threats from Dagoth Ur. Line 11, recent reports of soul sickness and disturbed dreams come from the townfolk and Ashlanders alike. The 7th and final curse has begun, suggesting that the presented is about to become a crisis. Alright, so just Kagernak's tools left to read. Not what we're trying to do. Scroll over. Where is this book? Or note? Here we go. Alright. Beneath Red Mountain, the Dwemer miners discovered a great magical stone. By the diverse methods, Lord Kagernak, High Priest and Mage Crafter of the ancient Dwemer, determined this stone to be the heart of the god Lorcan, cast here in the Dawn era as punishment for his mischief in creating the mortal world. Determined to use its powers to create a new god for their exclusive benefits of the Dwemer, Kagernak forged 3 great tools: Wraithguard, an enchanted gauntlet to protect its wearer from the destruction; Sunder, an enchanted hammer to strike the heart to produce the exact volume and quality of power desired; and Keening is an enchanted blade used to flay and focus the power rising from the heart. Kagernak used these tools on the heart in the Battle of Red Mountain. No one knows what happened to the Dwemer race, but they disappeared entirely from the mortal world. Lord Nerevar and Lord Dagoth retrieved these tools and didn't know what to do with them, so they went to consult their counselors. While Nerevar was gone, Dagoth was tempted and confused by the power of the tools. When Nerevar and the counselors arrived, he refused to give them up. Nerevar and Dagoth fought, and the counselors, so they were mortally wounded. Nerevar and his counselors decided to take the tools for safekeeping. They swore never to use them. But after Nerevar died, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothis Sealed gave in to temptation and used the tools to make themselves gods. But Dagoth had not died. We don't know what happened to him, but we believe with Kagernak's tools he joined with the heart and was able to draw power directly from it. With conjecture, Dagoth Ur has been driven by anger and greed, used the heart without caution and restraint, and as a result he has become terribly powerful and mad. But the tribunal showed great care and restraint with their use of the tools, so they were not driven mad. They did much good. Nonetheless, the tribunal too appear to have been corrupted by the heart's power. Kagernak's tools are cursed. Stealing power from the heart of a god is a terrible folly. Fated to disaster, the tribunal losing its battle to control the power of the heart. They are sustained by the same tainted power that drives Dagoth mad. They grew weak and cannot protect us from Dagoth but even if they could, would we be wise to worship gods such as these? They conceal the truth from us out of shame. They prosecute the Nerevarine and the dissident priests when they should be enlisting their aid against Dagoth They have done much good for the Dunmer, but they have succumbed to temptation of Kagernak's tools, and through these tools may have seemed to be the instrument of salvation. They are now the tools of doom. Alright, so our journal has been updated to reflect the new information we know. So there's a lot to unpack here. Basically, there's 7 curses. They're kind of signs of where the world is at in terms of Dagoth return. It speaks of things like corpus disease, the ash storms, the disturbing dreams. And there's a little bit of lore we learned about the Battle of Red Mountain, the dwarves disappearing from the world, using Sunder to strike the heart of Lorcan to try to become gods, and then kind of the tribunal's aftermath where they're trying to figure out what to do with the tools. Dagoth is driven mad. He goes to war with Lord Nerevar. Eventually they both die, and the remaining counselors, Vivek, Amalexia, and Sothis make themselves into gods. But Dagoth seems to be reborn and is threatening to destroy the world, so Lord Nerevar is also reborn and here to rise up and try and stop him. So that's kind of what we're getting from all this. And of course, we may or may not be the reborn Lord Nerevar here to stop Dagoth. That's kind of up to us to decide. But it seems like our best course of action now is to return to the wise woman's yurt and talk to Nabani Mesa about what we have learned. Pass on all this information to her and kind of see what our next step's going to be. Of course, step number 1 is going to be killing rats and making our way back to the boat. We need to sail back to Kuhl and from there walk our way back to Nabani Mesa. So we'll probably get back to the Wise Woman's Yurt in this video, and then we'll probably have to cut it around there. I feel like she's going to give us a ton of information that we'll probably want to get into the next full video. I feel like I've already read an entire storybook after all that lore and prophecy. One thing about this game, the story's it's there, you look for it and you find it, but it's never really in your face. It's not like Oblivion or Skyrim where you're this all-important thing and you must do this right now, the world's in crisis if you don't act. Like, it's kind of more something is happening and it's up to you to find out what and do things at your own pace. They kind of hint you might be important, but it's really up to you to figure that out and decide if you want to be that important person or not.
I'm waiting.
So we're just sailing around the world to get back to cool.
Speak quickly, Outlander, or go away.
Alright, so we're gonna have to do our trip back to the wise woman's yurt, walking around the outside of the world. I really should probably just mark that location so we can just fast travel back there and not have to do this anymore. But now that we're able to cast things like water walking and levitate, we can get around much faster. We shouldn't fall victim to slaughter fish quite so often. Yeah, we have a much better success rate with this water walking spell now. Can we get to it from here? Or do we have to go around to where that boat is to get to the interior? Just can't tell if there's a mountain blocking us or not. If there is, we'll take some magic potion and go back out to sea for some more water walking, but yeah, I can't tell if we can get over that or not. I'm sure with a quick levitation spell we could, but I think water walking might actually be faster than flying at this point. Nope, not quite. Our acrobatics still are not quite high enough. Alright, where's our restore magic? Again, we don't got much further to go. Once we get over to that sunken ship, it's pretty quick to get to the village. Especially if we use our good old adrenaline rush power. I think we got that power by playing as Redguard. Gives us a boost to like speed, agility, and endurance or whatever. Helps with combat and it helps us just run places really fast. Alright, so we need to head east. There we go, now we're moving much faster. Don't know if we can get over that or not even with the added agility. Leave us alone. You know, I probably should have made some sort of counter for this playthrough just to keep track of how many cliff racers or cave rats we had to kill. Huh. Random ancestral tomb. going to stay focused and not get sidetracked with something like that. Kind of the same way we've been running past this Daedric shrine every time we come here. A very gloomy area of the map. It always looks dark and hazy here. Couldn't imagine living in this region. Of course, there has to be another cliff racer. Let's just get to this village. Alright, we made it back to the wise woman's yurt. Alright, you bring news of the lost prophecies. You have them. You will tell me these things over and over until I have them by heart. And then you will tell me what these priests say. What they see in these words, and then you must leave me, hunt, sleep, train, feed, learn the land. I must bring these things into me and place them before my ancestors and listen to them. And then she will give us her judgment.
A warm welcome to you.
Alright, so that's going to do it for today's video. As always, thanks for watching, and come see us in the next Morrowind video.